Hello, welcome to my review of Frapin's Passion Boisee. I hate saying things in French, I sound so stupid. I don't sound stupid, but I'd probably say it wrong. But yeah, well, I'm presuming it translates. I know Boisee is wood or woody or wooden, and passion is quite obvious. So, a passion for wood? I don't know. This came out in 2007 from this niche brand house that actually make rums and liqueurs and things like that, and they have put it in their fragrances as well. I said in my last review from Frapin that it's weird that a place that makes alcohol has translated into fragrance, but then looking at it, it's kind of not, because I guess some of the techniques must be the same. Anyway, this one is 2007. This is a man's fragrance, or marketed for men. I've got a huge box of niche samples, and I kind of pull them out at random, wear them for a day or two, and then review them. And I reviewed Frapin last, and it just happens that I pulled out another Frapin one. So here we are anyway. So the top notes of this are tangerine, rum, which is in a lot of their fragrances, clove and nutmeg. Then the heart notes are where the wood starts to kick in. You've got oak moss and oak. And then the base is cedar, another wood, leather and patchouli. So I've got my little sample. My sample's from 2009. It was full, but it's actually to there now because I've saved a little bit for this review. From what I've smelled of their fragrances so far, you know, I'm impressed. They're kind of different. They're not mind blowing to me. I don't think wow, but they're definitely different from things I've smelled before. So I'll spray this on this hand, and it really does have a really strange opening to me. I don't know if my sample is a little bit strange or not, but when I first smell this, it's really weird. I smell, have you ever smelled turpentine before? This has a kind of citrusy turpentine, almost verging on plastic smell to it, and it's really weird. It's not what I expected at all. Maybe it's a combination of, you know, the rum with the spice and the fruit. I don't know. That should smell to me kind of festive and Christmassy, but it doesn't to me. It smells really odd, but that only lasts literally seconds. It's not even a minute, and it already changes. So I do think maybe, I don't know. It's 2009, it's been stored in dark, so there shouldn't be anything wrong with it. But anyway, so when that goes away, and it's already going away, so weird how it changes, but what I smell immediately, and the main part of this, and the main players and the main notes in this fragrance are cedar. Cedar is the biggest note in this, I think. Cedar is a real interesting smell when you smell it on its own. It doesn't necessarily smell like wood to me. It smells kind of powdery, kind of a little bit like turpentine as well, which is weird, and I sometimes think it smells like nail polish, which is bizarre, but it does. And I get that straight away. It smells mainly of cedar and the tangerine. I don't really get any kind of spice like the clove that's in it. And also nutmeg, to me, smells like wood as well, so I guess that's a good choice to put in a fragrance that you're naming something about wood anyway, so that's quite a good choice, and it does fit. It does have a kind of dryness to it, but it's also sweet, and even though it's a men's fragrance, I wouldn't necessarily call it masculine. It's kind of in the middle, even possibly veering over a little bit to the feminine side, I would say. And it's just really noticeably light. It's got leather and patchouli in it, which, you know, they're heavy notes. Patchouli is real earthy and dark, and leather is leather. But this doesn't really smell like any of that. It retains kind of like a real light woody feel. The oak, obviously, I'd like to smell that on its own. I don't know if that is, I'm guessing that's quite a rich woody note, but the cedar is what's really important in this, and it's immediately there. Even though it's in the base, it's really apparent, and it's really nice as well. So yeah, it's kind of, it has a kind of like a light powdery elegance, which is also coming from the cedar. I feel like the oak moss, I can't really smell that. That's normally in a base, but it's in the heart of this, which is unusual. And even when it dries as well, it doesn't really get to that real mossy, dry. I think oak moss kind of smells like cupboard, like old cupboard that hasn't been opened for years, and then you open it and it just smells of musty, and it's just odd. But yeah, I don't really get that. It's more kind of, yeah, light powdery, slightly rummy and tangerine, and it's quite sexy as well. It kind of wafts very subtly. It's not jumping off of my skin. I've let it dry down quite a few times over the last couple of days, and I have had to reapply it. I put it only on my wrist, so I could only smell it there, and yeah, it's just very pleasant, I guess. Nice, subtle, elegant, kind of light, a light woody fragrance it is. It's not heavy or anything like that, and not in your face. Quite sophisticated, I would say. And yeah, the dry down for me is, like I kind of said, it does go through a few stages, but it's not, I think it kind of loses a lot of what the fragrance is about when it's dry. It just kind of, the cedar just prevails. It's there all the time, and it's a nice enough complex note to carry the scent, and it does stay, and it does keep itself there all the time. And that's it really. That's my review of Passion Boisee by Frapin. I'll see you guys soon for another review. Thanks for watching as always. Bye bye.